Welcome to our today's lesson. So, in this very video, we have some numbers of quiz to quickly consider, and all these quiz they are classified, you know, under the concept of Distanza di sicurezza. So, before we start, answering the quiz, uh, I want to, throw a little light on what Distanza di sicurezza is all about. So when we are talking about Distanza di sicurezza in English, we are simply looking at, the safe distance that you are to maintain in time of driving. So under this, there are so many things that are related to this very topic. So it talks about the condition of the road. It talks about the health condition of the driver. It talks about the weight of the load that the vehicles carries. So it talks about the condition of the vehicle. So, and again, it also talks about the condition of the road, and it also talks about the atmosphere. So because of time, let us start answering the quiz. Number one question we have here, it says: il valore della distanza di sicurezza deve essere stabilito anche in base a andamento planimetrico della strada. Na, vero o falso? So the answer to this question is vero. Now let us see, you can see it. Now let me explain to you the reason why this question is vero. First and foremost, it says the value of safe distance of driving. It says deve essere stabilito. So it says it has to be stable. It has to be stable based on the condition of that road. This andamento, so it's talking about also. So a road that have ease. So now it's simply saying that considering the distance of driving, so it has something to do with the condition on the road that you are driving. What am I trying to say? Here they are making us understand here that the condition on the road that you are driving determines your safe distance. So the condition on the road that you are driving determines how you will maintain or respect the distance, the safe distance in terms of driving, and it's vero. So take note of that. That is number one question. So number two question, it says il valore della distanza di sicurezza da mantenere da una macchina speditrice di sale in azione è di 20 metri. Il valore della distanza di sicurezza da mantenere da una macchina speditrice di sale in azione è di 20 metri. So, vero or falso? So this very question is vero. Now let me explain to you why this question is vero. It says that the value of the safe distance that you are to maintain, in terms of road maintenance vehicles that normally maintains in terms of snows on the road. He says whenever you come across this kind of vehicles, so the distance that you are to maintain with that vehicles is always 20 metri. So it's always 20 meter. So the distance that you have to maintain with these vehicles. So in terms of snow, these vehicles that normally clears the road, that normally maintains the roads whenever there is snows on the road. So the distance, the level of distance that you have to maintain with them is always 20. Is 20. So this is the reason why this one is vero. Take note of that. Number 3 question. It says il valore della distanza di sicurezza deve essere stabilito anche in base allo stato di efficienza dei veicoli. So, vero or falso? This very one is vero. So, let me explain to you why this question is vero. It says the value of the safe distance so that you are to maintain, so it's so it concerns the state, the good state of that vehicle. So what I will try to talk about, that in terms of considering the safe distance of driving, it has something to do with the the condition of the vehicle that you are driving. So it's trying to say whether the vehicle is in good condition or in bad condition. But remember, the good condition of your vehicles determines the level of maintenance you will have for safe distance of driving. So this is the reason why this one is vero. So, and another question again, it says il valore della distanza di sicurezza deve essere stabilito anche in base alla potenza del motore. So this very one is falso. Now I will explain to you the reason why this one is falso. So the question says, the value of the safe distance that you are to maintain. So it has something to do with the edging, the type of edging of the vehicle. So is not true. Maintaining this safe distance in terms of driving, it has nothing to do with the vehicles. But in a situation whereby it has nothing to do with the edging of the vehicle. But in a situation whereby they now say that maintaining distance, the safe distance of driving has something to do with the type of vehicle. So such question is always vero. So because the kind of vehicles that you are driving determines how you will maintain your distance. We have long vehicles, we have short vehicles, and a host of others. But the kind of vehicles that you are driving determines how you will maintain the distance. So, but in a situation whereby the question now says, the edging that the the vehicle carries determines how you will maintain the distance of driving. So such question is always false. So take note of that. The last question before we round up. It says il conducente ha obbligo di controllare che il veicolo che lo segue rispetti la distanza di sicurezza. Falso e vero. So this very one is falso. So I will explain to you the reason why this very one is falso. He said that conducente is the driver, you that is driving the vehicle. So he says it's obligatory for you to control the vehicles in your back to know whether they are respecting, the safe distance that they are to maintain or not. Even if there is even something like that, it's not your duty as a driver, to be, checking which vehicles maintain safe distance or which vehicle does not that did not maintain safe distance. But one thing you should know, whenever a question like this comes, in a situation whereby it says, you know, you have to maintain your distance of driving with the vehicle precede. Precede simply means the vehicles in your front. So such question is always zero. Take a look at what I'm trying to say. If they are saying that you have to maintain your distance of driving with the vehicles in your front, so such questions are always true, are always zero. So, but in a situation whereby they now says that you have to maintain your distance of driving with the vehicles in your back, that one is always false. So whenever you come across something like this, segue simply means, you know, something in your back. It talks about the vehicles in your back. But in a situation whereby you now come across something like precede simply means the vehicles in your front. So you maintain your safe distance of driving with the vehicles in your front, not the vehicles in your back. So this is the reason why this one is faster. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and do not forget to click on the notification button. Always like and you know, comment on our videos to also share your opinion with your opinion with us. So thanks for watching our video, and stay blessed. See you in my next video. Bye.